Hello champions, welcome to our math lesson today. Let us complete lesson 4 of your grade 2 module 8 workbook. We'll use attributes to identify and draw different quadrilaterals, including rectangles, rhombuses, parallelograms, and trapezoids. Alright, so we're naming quadrilaterals. We'll draw rectangles, rhombus, parallelogram, and trapezoids. All right, let us start with a warm-up. It's an addition exercise. We're using chips. We used chips last time, so by now you have recorded how to use chips completely. Now, can you add 167 to 47? Because it is an addition, you have to draw out the chips completely. In the ones place, I have 14 ones. That means I can compose a 10 and write down the 4. Now if you check the tens, I now have 11 tens. That means I can compose a higher number, 100, and write down 1. So my answer is 214. If you check the vertical method, is there something? 214. Now complete this one. 285 plus 38. Do it quickly. Now I've solved another one for you. 234 plus 67. In the ones place, when I drew all the chips, I have 11 ones. I can compose a 10 and write down 1. In the tens place, I now have 10 tens. That means I can compose 100. And no more tens there. So I write down 0. 0 tens. I have 300s. 301. Look at my vertical method. There's the same thing. 301. Now solve 370 plus 94. 367 plus 55 for me. Now let us make some shapes. I need you to bring out a piece of paper again. Fold it the way we folded last time. Fold it into 2 equal parts. And then fold it again into another 2 parts. Your paper will now have how many angles? Just leave it the way you folded it. Look at that card. How many angles does it have? You see, it is 4 angles. We call angles on our index cards square corners. Square corners. Look at my chart. It has shapes that have 4 sides and 4 angles. They look very different, but they all have 4 sides, 4 angles. Now look at this particular, the first one. Do you see that the angles here and the angles that you are showing in the paper you folded, they are not the same? The other one, the angles, they are square corners. But these ones, although it has 4 angles, but the angles are not of the same size and shape. Look at my chart again. Can you pick out the one that has square corners? The one on top at the center, just under the quadrilateral, right up, has 4 square corners. Now in your paper that you folded, you can open it now. You now have, it now looks like what you're seeing on the screen. Now on the first space, I need you to draw a square corner with your index card. Then use the straight edge of the card to draw 2 more lines to complete a quadrilateral. Draw a square corner. That means you have two lines. Then add two more lines to complete a quadrilateral. On the second space, place your centimeter ruler vertically in the next section. Draw a straight line on each side, the way you're seeing it in the video. Don't move the ruler, just keep it like that and draw. Do not move the ruler. That is what you are going to get. You notice two lines, two straight lines. If I use a really long piece of paper, ruler and piece of paper, perhaps it will be long from here to London. Do you think that these two lines will ever meet? The lines are straight. So if I use a very straight ruler to rule it straight for as long as, do you think they will meet? They will not. Lines like this have a special name. They are parallel lines, two lines that will never meet. Parallel lines. Now in the next section, position your ruler in different ways, horizontal and diagonal, and then draw the shape. Let's look at our shapes again, these quadrilaterals. Which one of these shapes has a pair of parallel lines? Can you see some shapes? Okay, use your mind to check if you draw the line straight, however they are facing, if they will ever meet. At least there are two that will never meet, depending on where you trace them. On the fourth side of your paper, and the one you folded, position your ruler horizontally in the next section and draw a line that is 8 centimeters long. Draw it both sides, don't move the ruler. Now join the ends together. It is a four-sided polygon. What do we call this? Four-sided polygons are quadrilaterals. You remember? 4 sides, 4 angles. But here is something. This quadrilateral is also called trapezoid. Yes, quadrilaterals are trapezoids. If they have at least one pair of parallel sides, you see in this shape, it has a pair of parallel sides. The lines that are horizontal will never meet. But that one that is vertical and diagonal will meet somewhere if you draw it really long. So it has a pair of parallel sides. And so this is a trapezoid. Now let us draw on our first shape. Draw 2 horizontal lines. Measure it so that the 2 parallel lines are each centimeter long. Let one start from 0 and the other should start any number after 0 that you want. Now join them together. This is another quadrilateral. But what do you notice about both ends? The both sides, do you think they will ever meet? They are parallels. Both sides are parallels. The 2 lines connecting them will never meet. And so since the 2 lines, the 2 sides will never meet, it has 2 pairs of parallel sides. We call this quadrilateral a parallelogram. 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 Keep practicing the word. You'll get it covered. All right. Let us draw another one. Let's draw two parallel lines horizontally. They should be 8 centimeters long. Both should start from 0 and then join them. We now have a quadrilateral. Now, notice the angles of this quadrilateral. It's a special one. It has 4 square corners. We'll call it a rectangle. You already know that one. Now there is a special rectangle that has 4 square corners and 4 sides that are the same length. What do you think it is? Now let's check. That would be a square. Now just like a square, there's also another quadrilateral that has 4 equal sides, but it looks the way I'm showing you on the screen now. If you notice, it is slanted, isn't it? It is not exactly like when you have a square, both sides very straight, parallel. When they're drawing it, the lines did not start exactly, they were not exactly vertical, standing upright, as you see in the picture. Now, this is called a rhombus. It does have 4 equal sides like a square, but it does not have square corners. The corners are not exactly the same. The corners are not square. All right, now you're going to complete lesson 4 problem set for me. Answer these questions. You do some drawings and name them, and then bring your work to class for marking. See you. Bye.